Hey, this is Darren from Old Forge Brewing Company, and I made a Norwegian farmhouse style ale. This Norwegian farmhouse style ale uses a very specific type of yeast called kveik yeast, which is kind of redundant because kveik is actually the Norwegian word for yeast. But this is a yeast that's been used for a really long time in Norway and has some really unique properties in that you pitch it at a really, really high temperature and it ferments at a really high temperature. But unlike most other yeasts that would be fermenting at such high of a temperature, it leaves a really clean flavor profile and it doesn't throw off any off flavors, and it ferments really, really fast. So let's give it a try. All right, so first I'm getting from it, obviously, like I said, it's a really, really clean fermenting yeast. So I'm not getting a lot of yeasty aromas, which is really interesting. Mostly just getting malt, maybe a little bit of esters from the yeast, but for the temperature that this is fermented at, it's pretty surprising how little aroma comes off of it from the yeast specifically. Wow, so that flavor, that's amazing, because it's dry for sure, because it's a high fermenting yeast, so it's going to dry out. But there's still like a little bit of malty backbone in there, pretty strong citrus flavor. Now, with that being said, I did add some hops that kind of brought that citrus flavor out because I knew that that was going to be in the yeast, that little bit of kind of citrusy punch that comes in at the end. So I added a little bit of hops in there that would bring out that flavor, that would enhance and add to that flavor. So dry up front, little malty backbone, citrusy type profile from both the yeast and the hops, which is a really cool combination. And then it finishes with like just this really slight, pleasant, smooth estery flavor from the yeast itself. But for what this yeast is, it's really amazing that it ferments at such a high temperature and so fast, but it's so clean on the finish. I mean, that's a great beer year round. We're calling it Freyr Awakens. Freyr would be the Norse god of agriculture and is also associated with beer and brewing. So it's a perfect harvest time beer. You know, it's just gonna be great for late summer going into fall. Really versatile, delicious beer. So please stop in and give it a try. Freyr Awakens on tap for the first time this week. Thank you.